afternoon. We're all here for a fantastic program. They have been working and working, and they're so nervous, but we know that they're going to do just fine. At this time, I'd like to turn our program over to our third grade teacher, Ms. Grant. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you so much for taking your time and coming up today. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy our show.
This is a story of what happened one night at the Black History Museum. 4 children were doing a project for Black History Month when they suddenly got very sleepy, and the museum closed for the night, and they entered into the Black History Museum zone. Here we go.
Ashley, Katie, and Esteban, wake up, listen, we're all going to sleep. That tour guide was really boring. What time is it?
It's midnight.
Who are you?
I'm Benjamin Banneker. I built one of the first watches in America. I'm an inventor, too.
You're a painting, and you're supposed to be dead.
I've been dead almost 200 years now. You sound like a motorboat that needs tune-up. Yeah, I may be dead, but every Black History Month I come alive at midnight in this museum. I'm proud to say I'm the first publisher of the Farmer's Almanac, the first surveyor of Washington, D.C., and the first American scientist to forecast exactly a solar eclipse. And you know what else?
What else?
I'll let my friend Harriet Tubman tell you.
He's not the only Black American to come alive.
Oh, it's another one.
Another one, make that another dozen. 2 dozen. 200. Every Black History Month, all these pictures come alive at midnight. Mr. Banneker forgot to tell you how he stood up to Thomas Jefferson and said no race was better than another, and President Jefferson praised him.
You kids know Harriet Tubman, don't you?
Conductor on the Underground Railroad, but it wasn't a subway train I'm talking about. The Underground Railroad was a secret system of people of all races who helped slaves escape to the north. There were no trains involved. No number 5, number 2 on Lexington Avenue line.
How did it work?
Well, a lot of slaves wanted to get out of the South because they didn't have their freedom. The first slaves I freed were my own sister and her family. I had a whole bunch of friends that would hide them in their houses during the day, and by night they would head up north, follow the drinking gourd. What's the drinking gourd? Oh, that's the name we gave to the constellation up in the sky called the Little Dipper. At the tip of the handle is the North Star, so slaves knew to follow that star and they'd be going north to freedom. We had a song about it, but instead of giving away our plans by singing, "Head north, slaves, head north," we sang in code, "Follow the drinking gourd." It gave a lot of slaves hope, and it goes like this. brings up many memories. Boys and girls, this here is Mr. Dred Scott. He was born a slave in 1795, but he wouldn't stand for it. He actually sued for his freedom since he'd been taken in the Free State, Wisconsin. He lost his case in the slave state, Missouri. Then he went to the Supreme Court, the highest in the land, and the Chief Justice believed in slavery and said blacks were property, could never be citizens.
So I yelled back at him, what about Thomas Jefferson, who wrote the Declaration of Independence? All men are created equal. He never answered for that.
What happened?
I got sold as a slave, but my new owner freed me immediately. The law was still bad. That's when Abe Lincoln was elected president and the Civil War happened.
Wait a minute before you tell them what happened.
Who are you?
My name is Phyllis Wheatley. I was one of the first black female poets. I was born in Africa. I was sold into slavery at the age of 7 to John and Susanna Wagstaff. I was supposed to Minnesota and attended to Mrs. Wheatley. However, I was accepted as a member of the family and was raised with the Wheatley children. I learned to read and write. At 13, I wrote my first poem with Nanny Fox and Boston. 3 years later, my first book of poems was published in London.
During the Civil War, more than 300,000 boys from the North and the South got killed fighting for freedom. And one nation, indivisible, not a nation that can be divided.
Who are you?
Frederick Douglass, I was born to slavery too, but I was raised by my grandmother and taught to read by the wife of the man who owned me. That was the key that opened the door. Through reading, I learned about how unfair slavery was when I was older. I escaped and moved north. I had one purpose, to wipe out slavery. I met with honest Abe Lincoln many times during the Civil War. Didn't I, Mr. Lincoln?
Abe Lincoln. That's right, Mr. Douglas and I had plenty to talk about. He made me a lot more honest about how to do the right thing back in 1861. Later on, I signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
What's that?
I think I'll let the Sojourner Truth tell you.
That's a law across the nation, north and south, that says slavery was wrong and every slave has to be given his or her freedom. It was something I was fighting for my whole life. It took all its boys' time to get it signed. I guess that's why they say freedom ain't free. I remember how many times we sing our songs of protest and finally it became a reality. Here's my favorite. Sojourner Truth, is that your real name? Oh no, honey, my first name was Isabella Boffrey. I took the name Sojourner Truth in 1843 because I believe God wanted me to be a child preacher. See, that's what Sojourner Truth means, child preacher.
Oh, Miss Sojourner Truth might be in the White House too, didn't you?
I sure did. As I remember, I was yelling, talking kind of loud, about how it wasn't fair that horse-drawn streetcars were segregated by race.
That was something I wasn't able to fix. If you remember your history, I got shot before I could do any more for black people. But you need to know that there were many black soldiers who fought during the war and even went on to form their own regiments.
I am a Buffalo soldier, a member of the 10th Cavalry of the United States Army. We were formed September 21st, 1866 at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. The nickname Buffalo Soldier was given to us by the Native Americans that we fought. Legend has it that we got the nickname because of our fighting ability. I am proud to be a Buffalo Soldier. Now let me introduce you to someone who did attempt to do something about segregation about 90 years later. Meet Miss Rose Potts.
Hello, children. Like Abraham Lincoln, a soldier too, I believe strongly that segregation was wrong.
You tell us, sister, all men and women were created equal.
I remember like yesterday, only it was December 1st, 1955, Montgomery, Alabama. I was sitting on a bus in a section reserved for white people.
My teacher told me what happened. You refused to move.
That's right. They took me to jail. Well, let me tell you, that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
There were camels in Alabama?
No, it was the thing that got on everybody's last nerve, especially a young preacher in Montgomery named Martin Luther King. He organized the bus boycott. That meant that no black would ride the bus until the law got changed.
What happened?
Why don't you tell them, Martin?
Since mostly black folks rode the bus company lose a lot of money, but they didn't want to give in, neither did we. We carpooled, we took bikes, we walked, we organized, and no one took the bus. But we stayed strong, hung together, and things don't go like this one.
Hello, that was Scott Tapper's current court decision. Remember how to jump to Phil Mr. Lincoln. Those cautionary characters were segregated.
Yes.
But almost 100 years later, November 13, 1956, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that segregation of city buses was unconstitutional.
And later, Mr. Marshall became the first African American on the same Supreme Court. And later came a black woman named Shirley Chisholm. What is rockable? I'm going to let her tell you.
My name is Shirley Chisholm. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I started as a nursery school teacher, but my belief in serving the community helped me become the first black woman elected to Congress. During my years in Congress, I fought for civil rights for women, Native Americans, Haitians, refugees, migrant farmers, and the poor. I became the first woman to campaign for the Democratic nominee for president. I did not win, but I feel my campaign was a catalyst for change. Oh, there were many of us trying to bring about change. Have you ever heard of Percy Sutton?
No, who is Percy Sutton?
Hello, my name is Percy Sutton, and I'm a member of the famed Tuskegee Airmen, a civil rights lawyer, and a business owner. I am a son of a former slave who convicted in Harlem. After I served with the Tuskegee Airmen, we were the first African-American military aid agency in the United States. During World War II, we flew the Distinction Hour mission and the bomber escorts in Europe. In 2007, about 350 Tuskegee Airmen and widows received the Presidential Gold Medal. I served as an Air Force intelligence officer during the Green War.
What did you do after the war?
After the war, I became a civil rights attorney. I also became a member of the New York State Assembly in 1965. At that time, I was the highest ranking black politician in New York. Partnering with my brother, we purchased WLIB, making it the first black-owned radio in New York. I purchased and railroaded the famous Apollo Theater. President Obama called me a true hero to the African Americans across the country.
So you can see how things have changed. A black man named Barack Obama got my old job in 2009. Imagine that. Now there's one more song you've got to hear. It's a song of hope.
What is it? Hey, who's in there? Yes, but we're not done looking at the painting. Oh, you're done, and your parents must be the worst. Come on, let's go. Goodbye, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Can we still hear that song?
I think you did a beautiful job. There's so many people that helped us pull this together, and it went so well, I was in tears for a minute. I do want to give special thanks to some folks. Miss Susie Bowling. She volunteers in my classroom. She helps out with anything she can. Miss McCown works here as a paraprofessional, but she goes way beyond the call of duty, as many of us do here at Dinwiddie Elementary. And I want to give her a little thank you gift as well. I listed my cousin Donnie Fitzgerald because he called him. He sent us the PowerPoint presentation that you saw as the show was starting. Oh my goodness, I just can't say enough words about Kathy Young. She came in, she didn't have to do all that she did, but all the choreography that you saw today and all the organization and the children standing and sitting at the right time. Thank you, Ms. Young. Ms. Ray Ann Durham, who is our PE teacher, helped us out by getting our poster together, and she's here helping out with getting some of the audio-visual equipment together, so I wanted to thank her. Now, Ms. Hargrave came in this morning to sub for Ms. Lucy. Ms. Hargrave is a member of our team all the time, and as she does, she jumped right in, she came with costumes, helped us out, kept it organized. Thanks again, and This coming up, so hold on.
Good morning.
Our parents, so we invite everybody back tonight at 6:30. And Miss Olivia, you did a fantastic job.